Yes.
Okay, can you please confirm me? Am I audible right now? Is everything okay or not?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So you asked one question, right? Okay. So actually, first of all, this is our last class. Yes or no? Maybe I told you.
Yeah.
Whenever we are starting this course, actually, this course is mainly for to understand the Spring, right? Spring, especially there is a module in Spring or Springboard. Can you please tell me what is the module name? Spring Data JPA, right? So
Mm.
this was our main
Yeah.
focus,
Spring.
right? To understand Spring Data JPA, right? Mainly to understand Spring Data JPA in better way. Simply, we are learning Hibernate actually. Yes or no? But I told you I took maximum like 10 class, but no problem. I think almost I covered so many concepts, right? So many concepts. So this is our last class. I think it is not required for us. Even later, if you face any kind of question, no problem. At any time, you can ask me this question. And right now, if you have any kind of question, you can ask, okay? But no problem, I'll discuss something. And first of all, you asked me one question. Can you please repeat me once again? Okay. So in your system, can you please tell me? Okay.
In your system, save method or save and updated but not showing.
Okay. So problem is that, okay. So in your system, like, okay, like save method. Okay. Save method. Save method is not available, right? Okay. Even there is no
Yes.
auto suggestion. Even externally, if you write, you will get an error. Yes or no? Obviously, you will get an error.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So even Dino asked me some question also, but sorry for late. No problem. Today only I will discuss the code. So just let me go to the code actually. I think the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So consider, for example, let me open any project. Okay, Hibernate, whatever. Let me open any project. So, for example, this is main start.java. Okay, leave this one. Let me delete this. So, can you please tell me, is there any error in this program? Is there any error? No, there is no error, right? If there is error, certainly
No. Yes. Yeah.
there is no compile time error. Any confusion? Okay, there is no confusion. But can you please tell me, is there any warning? Is there any warning?
No, sir.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There is a warning, right?
Yes, yes. Warning is.
Okay, warning. And can you please tell me, this is a very simple thing. Okay, code Java concept on your, not only code Java, very simple thing. What does mean by this one? Why it is crossed?
Deprecated.
Deprecated, right?
Deprecated now.
Okay, good answer. Deprecated. Okay, so there it's showing an warning, right? Yes or no? So if you want, actually,
Yes.
you can remove the warning also. Can you please tell me how to remove the warning? Like at the rate, one annotation at the rate suppress warning. Okay, suppress warning you can use, and you can use like deprecated. Deprecated. Just 1 minute. Okay, whatever. So you can somehow remove, this warning, but this is not the solve actually. Okay, just 1 minute. You know the deprecated. Actually, this method is deprecated. But can you please tell me what does mean by deprecated? I'm
This
asking
is
you one
old
question. What
method.
does mean by deprecated?
Deprecated, it means
This method is old method.
old methods,
Not used in.
not used in previous.
Okay, very good answer.
New versions of methods.
Means this method is old method, right? Even actually,
Mm-hmm.
there is a alternative method, right? There is a what?
Alternative method.
Alternative method. Alternative method. Alternative method. Consider why is showing. Okay, consider you are creating. Just let me discuss some few points about this one. Consider you are creating anything, right? Anything you are creating. So, or consider you have a shop, or you have a store, or anything you have, right? So you want to, for example, this is in one location, right? Consider this is in your one state, like state A, And consider you will shift to state B, right? Yes or no? After, for example, after 1 year or after 2 year, you will shift. Yes or no? Is it okay?
Hmm.
Okay. Now consider before 1 year or 2 year ago, you show a signboard, right? In the signboard, you say something like this way, after 1 year, right? This is not available. Okay, our new location will be in some location. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very common thing, right? The
Yes.
same thing here. The same thing here. It is telling boss, "Arey boss, this is deprecated." This is what?
Deprecated.
Deprecated.
Deprecated means what? If it is not, means not recommended to use. If it is not recommended to use, means what? There is an alternative method, right? Okay, it is
Of
telling
course.
it is already deprecated. It is not recommended to use. Just observe. Just observe. So if you want, okay, just observe. If you want, you can use, for example, like to remove the warning, some annotation. Just 1 minute. I think, let me show this one also. At the rate, subtext warning, like deprecated or deprecation. Okay. Deprecation. Whatever, maybe some spelling mistake. Deprecation. Okay, just some spelling mistake. Deprecation. Okay. So are you observing? Are you observing right now? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me?
Yes,
Is there any warning?
The warning is no.
There is no
sir.
warning, but this is not the
Warning.
solution actually, right? Is it okay? Just observe.
Of course.
Yes.
Let me remove this one also. So you can, okay, this is not deprecated actually, deprecation, okay? You just, if there was a spelling mistake, whatever. So you can remove the warning also. So if anyone asks you how to remove this warning, okay, this is a simple method. Leave this one. Okay, let me remove this one also actually. Okay. So now please tell me, okay, there is a warning. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me right click. Just 1 minute. Are you observing open document definition or like open declaration? So are you observing why it show like this way? They are using one annotation. What is the name? Deprecated, right? This method is
Deprecated.
deprecated. From which version, sir? From, tell me, from
6.0.
6.0.
yeah, from 6.0 version. So if you use like 5 point something version, okay, this method is not deprecated, right? You will not get any warning. Okay, you will
Sir,
not get any
this
warning.
6.0
Okay.
versions, it means Hibernate 6.0.
Yeah, obviously Hibernate. We are using Hibernate, and this is what this is. Okay, method of Hibernate only. So certainly Hibernate. Okay, JP is a what? JP is a documentation, and Hibernate is a implementation, right? Obviously, this is an Hibernate. So from Hibernate 6.0 version onwards, this is what deprecated. Okay, yes or no? And are you observing?
Yes.
This is some comment. This is single line comment or multi-line comment, whatever.
Which, sir?
Multi-line
Kind of question. So are you
document
observing?
type.
Multi-line.
Observe. Are you observing? They are telling deprecated. Okay. Use which method instead of what?
Remove.
Instead of delete, please use remove. Okay.
Delete.
They are
Remove.
clearly
Yeah.
telling you. Yes or no? Is it okay, boss? So, no, just one
Yes.
minute. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Let me. Okay. Like session dot what? Remove, na?
Remove. Remove.
Why is the error here? Yes. Okay, just 1 minute. Session dot remove. Okay. Are you observing right now? Is there any warning right now? Can you please tell me? Is there
No,
any
sir.
warning? There is no warning.
No, sir.
No.
So they are telling, please boss, use instead of delete, use please remove. Why? Because there is some performance. Okay. You no need to worry, but both are same thing, right? Is it okay? Is it okay? For example, you want to save something. You want to save, okay? So can you please tell me for saving purpose, which method you are using? Can you please tell me? I forgot. Session dot
Save method.
Save.
save method like oh. So okay, but again they are telling this is what they deprecated. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe up to now. let me click here, right click, then like, okay, let's see. Okay. So they are telling again, can you please tell me what they are telling? What is the meaning? Array boss, this is a deprecated method, okay? Okay. See 6.0 version, and please use persist method, okay?
Persist method.
Persist
So
for object.
save and persist method both are what? Question dot persist, okay? Persist dot power.
Persist.
So they are telling, please boss, right now instead of save method, please use persist method, okay? Because after, like, right now we are using 6. For example, 6.2 version, maybe we are using 6.2 version. You can check, okay? 6.2, maybe from 7.0 version onwards, you will not get this method, okay? You will not get this same method. Only you should use persist method, okay? Later, after 1 year or 2 years, they will remove this persist method. Have you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now tell me.
Got it.
Now tell me, I didn't answer your question. Have you got your answer?
Yes.
Okay, for example, like, what is the
Thank you.
so any more questions? Okay, for
Sir,
example,
mm-hmm.
please tell me.
Hibernate specification or JPA standard means?
Sir, I will explain the question. What is the
Hibernate
question,
is
sir?
a
Okay, let me explain.
Hibernate is a
One moment.
ORM tool.
Okay, let me explain and let me judge. Please answer.
No, sir, I'm not definite.
Okay,
So my
just
question is, JPA is a documentation and Hibernate is a implementation. What means, sir?
yeah, exactly. Hibernate is an implementation. Okay, just observe.
You-
First of all, you should understand what does mean by specification, right? Specification, yes and no?
Mhm.
Okay, Faisal?
Yes.
Specification means simply some set of
Specification.
rules, okay? Set of rules, okay? Set of rules. Actually,
Rule
concepts and
and maintenance.
guidelines, okay? Guidelines. Or especially in programmatically some interface, right? Interface. If you know code Java very, very well, then you can understand why this is interface. Okay.
Mhm.
In specification means.
Yes.
So, for example, this is the JPA, right? JPA and or JPA specification, whatever. So there are some vendor. What can you please tell me? Like Hibernate, okay? Then Hibernate,
Yes.
OpenJPA. There are so many vendor, right? So many vendor. So certainly they will implement this JPA, right? They will implement, yes or no?
Yes.
So consider there is another
It means,
vendor.
sir,
They will also.
JPA is a documentation and Hibernate is a implementation.
JP is a
Yes,
documentation.
sir.
Yeah, obviously JP is a documentation.
Documentations
Hibernate is
and
implementation.
Hibernate is a implementation.
Okay. Like JPA or JPA specification, both are same thing. Okay. So Hibernate is an implementation. Now
Yes.
consider Hibernate. This vendor can add some extra thing also, right? Yes or no, Faisal? They can
Yes.
implement some extra thing. They can add some extra thing also. Okay, for this purpose, they can give some set of rules. They are giving some set of rules, or they are implementing. They are giving, they are defining, they are implementing. Okay. So you can tell this specification is a Hibernate specification. Okay. Very simple thing actually. Okay. But especially Hibernate is a product. Okay. Hibernate is a what? Hibernate is a product. Okay. Based on JPA.
Product Red Hat.
Based on JPA or any ORM framework, like any ORM framework, object to relational mapping, or any ORM tools is a JPA implementation. Whatever. Any more question or
Yeah.
whatever we discuss? Okay, up to now. For example, we discuss actually so many things. Whatever. I think it is not recommended. Maybe there are so many gap, right? We took some class 1 day, after 1 day, even we took some class after 4 to 5 days also, right? So whatever, even I can remember each and everything, whatever I discuss, but that doesn't mean I cover each and everything. That doesn't mean this is the complete course, okay? But I think you have got some basic idea, right? Some idea, okay?
Yes, sir.
It will help you, certainly it will help you to understand your Spring Data JPA, okay, better way. Even we discuss some corresponding program, okay, corresponding Hibernate program to corresponding Spring Boot program, okay. What is the corresponding file in Hibernate to Spring? Even we discuss how to Connect with what? Connect with servlet, right? Yes or no? But this is very easy thing.
Yes.
This is very easy thing. This is not some, okay. Even we discuss, for example, Hibernate life cycle, right? Can you remember? Like transient,
Hibernate life
like
cycle. Yes, sir.
transient, okay.
Transient,
Persistent, na? Persistent, okay.
persistent. Yes.
Okay, for example,
Yes.
just
Detach,
discuss.
remove.
You know now, for example, you already know like servlet life cycle. Just let me remind some concept. Servlet life cycle.
Uh,
You remember or forget?
init method,
Okay, like
service, and
then
Lazy loading.
restore.
that life cycle, whatever. So consider this is actually start method. Then this is, for example, stop. That's a some state. Can you please tell me? I forgot. Like transient, right? One state transient. Then another
Transient.
state,
Yes.
for example,
Persistence.
okay.
What's
And you know all the concepts. For example, whenever we are creating one object like new employee, okay, new employee. For example, one like Jax, okay. Then what will be happen? One object will be created, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
One object will be created in the session, right? Yes or no? Can you remember this, or have you forgot everything?
No.
What is it, Chatu?
Remember.
Remember? Simply, we are creating one object now. We are creating one object only. We are creating one object only now. Everything is take care by session only, right? So
container?
consider, for example, this is your session object. So consider actually in the heap memory object will be created. So your session can recognize this object. Okay. First of all, whenever you are creating, right? Like new, right? Whenever you are creating, then what? This is after creating an object, this state is considered as transistent state, right?
Transient state.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now, for example, consider for example, right now is this object available inside database? Do you think this object is available inside database? Right? We are
No.
not saving, right? After save operation, right?
No. Yes.
If we save or can you tell me any new method?
Then persist.
This is
Persist.
Deprecated.
Persist, okay, persist method. Okay, then this state is considered as persistent state, right? So right now,
Persistence. Yeah.
okay, right now object is available in the database also in this persistent. Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Consider this is your session.
Persist.
So if you want session, so if you want, you can close the session like ACSSION session dot close, right? Yes or no?
Dot close. Yes.
Session dot detach, okay. Or for example, session dot clean or clear, whatever. So right now, what will happen? Can you please tell me?
Persist to stop stage.
Okay, certainly. You are clearing
Persistence.
database or session. You are clearing database or session? Session, right? Session, right? Why are you silent? For example, this is the life cycle. If anyone asks you, please explain the life cycle of Hibernate. Okay.
Yes.
For this purpose, I am explaining again. So right now, consider this is your session object, right? Session object. Let me write this object inside. Like this is your employee object, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like one name like Jax. Okay, Jax. So this object is recognized by the session object. Okay. So now tell me, whenever you are closing session dot close, session dot detach, right? Okay, or session dot clear or clean. Okay, then what will happen? Everything is closed from the session, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yeah.
Everything
Yes,
is
sir.
closed.
Yes.
Everything is
Session
closed.
factory वगैरह close.
But object is available. Where?
In database. Database.
Okay. So you can call this state as a detached state. Let me use another color. Okay, detached. Okay. For example, yeah, let me write here detached. Okay, detached. Okay, is it clear what is the detached state?
Yes.
Just
Session dot close.
apart from this one. Okay, but can you please tell me you want to? So in the detached state, object is. Do you think object is available in the session?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Do you,
Not available.
do you think session can recognize this object? No, certainly not. But in the database
No.
objectives, in the database objectives,
Recognize.
available, right?
Present.
Mhm.
Present, yeah.
Now tell me, if you want to delete data, if you want to delete object, right, means actually table record, if you want to delete, then first of all you should load, right? You should go to the persistent state, yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Can you please remember? From the database,
Mhm.
Yes,
you
and
cannot delete. From the database, you cannot delete. If you want to delete from the database, then manually you need to write the query, right? Yes or no? So
Sir.
yes.
first of all, you load the object, right? First of all, you load the object, then you need to delete. Yes or no? Is it
Yes.
Yes, sir.
why you are confusing? Okay. So consider from the persistent state, you need to delete. Okay. You need to delete or you need to remove. Okay. You need to remove. So consider this is the removed. So can you please tell me for removing which method we are using?
Session,
Session dot.
session dot
Session dot. Please tell me session dot.
delete.
Good. Session.
Delete.
Yeah, exactly. Session dot delete. Okay. Delete. But right now I showed you delete is a deprecate.
Mhm.
Can you please tell me alternative?
Deprecated, yeah.
Can you please tell me alternative method?
Hello.
Session dot
Remove, sir.
Remove, sir. Remove.
Remove.
So these are actually
Session dot
some.
remove.
Okay, from the persistent state we are closing or actually we are removing. Okay. Any confusion up to now to understand this life cycle?
No, no, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, in this concept also. Okay. Just okay, I forget that question. So you asked another question now. Just let me show this one. Many hibernate.util.class configs set to party hibernate.hb. Okay, so just observe, for example, there hibernate dot hibernate dot what? HB. Tell me HBM.
HBM to DDL.
Then
HBM to DDL.
dot
Auto.
okay. Auto. Yes or no? So if you put here, then what is the result you get? Okay, I just like create, right? Sometimes you are using create, sometimes you are using what? Update, right?
Sir, when we write create, then program is executed, but write updated, then error is coming.
So whenever you write create, there is no problem, there is no error, right? Everything is fine.
Yes.
Whenever you write
Yes.
update, okay, then you need to understand what does mean by create, what does mean by update, then automatically we'll get the answer. First of all, understand what does mean. Okay. You are using create means what? Boss. Consider there is a table in the database. Consider this is
Hit
your
the table.
consider maybe HB whatever I wanted DB, okay, or like HBDB, now whatever, any name, boss, any name. Okay, any name. For example, this is your database. So please tell me in the database table, there is a table like, for example, ABC, or consider there is a table like STU. Is it possible to create another table with the same name STU? Is it possible?
Not.
No.
Obviously not. So why you are so late? Okay, obviously not possible. So whenever you are writing create means what? I need to create. I need to what? I need to create a table. Now tell me, if the table exists, then is it possible to create?
Of course not.
It's not possible. Then first of all, it will delete the table. It will delete the existing table. What? Can you please tell me? It will delete. It will what? It will delete. Okay.
Deleted.
It will delete the existing table and it create newly. It create what? Newly. Have you got my point?
Okay.
I think there is no confusion up to now. Tell me what does mean by update. Do you think first of all it will delete the existing table? Do you think it will delete the existing table? What does mean by update? Update means array. I need to update, right? I need to update means boss. Certainly I will not delete this table if table exists. If table exists, then it will not delete the exist. Simply it will modify the schema. It will what? Can you please tell me?
Modify.
Means modify schema means if you add any. Let me tell one more point. Let me tell one point.
Sir, but I think something is missing.
One.
When we write update, then no issue one table in minute menu, no issue in another table. Then intermediate table error is saying field EID does not have a default value.
Okay.
It means this table is not created, sir.
Okay, field EID. Okay, first of all.
Intermediate table in minute
Field
menu.
EID what? Tell me.
Field EID doesn't have a default value.
Here. Default value. Just stop that. Okay.
So when we write create,
Mhm.
so then it will be executed successfully, but this is not working, sir. That's why I.
Okay, so let me explain this part actually what is happening just one minute. Okay, so first of all, can you please tell me for create what is happening? Just first of all, understand for create what's happened. For create, first of all, table will be deleted, right? Please tell me. Table will be deleted means what? All the data will be lost. Yes or no?
Yes.
Data will be lost. Just observe data will be lost. If anyone asks you, in which case data will be lost? Update or create?
Create, sir.
It will be lost. Whenever you are using, I hope you got the point. What is the purpose of create? Now tell me what is the purpose of update. For example, you have a table like student, like one column, like student table. If you update, right, it will never delete the table. Means data will be deleted or not. Data exists or doesn't exist.
Data existed, sir.
Obviously, data exists, right? Obviously, data exists. It doesn't delete the data. For example, if you if you add any extra column or if you delete the extra column, then simply, for example, in the database, consider in the database already table is present. Already table what's present. Already table is available and some data is available. Now you are writing some Hibernate program or you are writing some entity class. In the entity class, you have a 4 field, right? 4 field. So simply, for example, there is a field ID, there is a field name, there is a field like GPA. Okay, there is a field like age. So your ID, your name, your GPA. There is a age field missing. So simply your Hibernate will modify the table and add one extra column. Have you got my point? Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Simply it will modify. Consider. So do I need to repeat anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Also, have you got my point?
Sir, create method. Yes, sir. The create is deleting existing database.
Existing table, right? Existing table.
Right. Yes, table.
This is not a method, this is a property, but update doesn't delete your table. Update doesn't delete your table, simply modify the table if required, right?
Modify,
If required, simply it will
yes.
add some column, or it will remove some column. Okay, nothing more than this. Okay, is it any confusion to understand what is the purpose of update?
No, sir.
This
No, sir.
Okay, good. Also, there are some property like you can check, or let me like for example, let me use.
Sir, if in a table we have some data and we create I wanted to create, then our data is lost.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
We use create, sir. The create property.
Create means what? First of all, it will delete the what?
Delete the
Data table, right?
same.
It will
Same
delete
table.
the table means what? Table will be deleted. Inside the table, data present. So do you think data will be available or data will be deleted?
Deleted, of course.
Obviously, data will be deleted. For update, table is not dropped. Table is not deleted. So certainly data
Table is
simply table is modified, right? Okay. Now tell me. Also there are some property. You can Google or let me write some property. Like for example, like belly rate. What? Belly rate. Can you please tell me belly rate means what? Already in your company, already there is a database engineer. But do you think actually boss, you can ask one question, Ari, we know already Hibernate. Okay, then why company hires the like database engineer? Okay,
This question is valid.
It means
we are
the
not writing.
developer. Mhm.
We are not writing any
So developer.
anything stick. Actually, listen. Actually, because we have no time now. Okay. And another point. Just a moment. Okay, everything is deleted. No issues. Just let me write it. So, for example, I'm explaining this point, but okay. So, for example, here Hibernate. Now, what is the property? Hibernate. Then let me write again. Okay, Hibernate dot. Please tell me. HBM
Hibernate.
DDL, right? Auto. Okay.
HBM to DDL.
I have
Dot
to
add.
first of all, what does mean by update and what does mean by create. Okay, there is no creation up to now. Okay, so actually, and another property is validate, right? Validate, yes or no? Now, I'm asking you one question: why actually company hires actually database engineer? Okay, we can create the query, right? We can create the query. We can do everything. We can do everything using our software, but that doesn't mean your Hibernate or any ORM tool. Okay. Do you know any concept like query tuning? Okay, leave this one. That
Air
doesn't
tuning.
mean your
Sorry.
Hibernate will create the most performance query, right? Okay, for example, you need to write, for example, like for storing a string, like you need to store like 10 character. What 10 character? Okay, then for example, like varchar, like to in Oracle, like or in MySQL, like varchar. Okay, varchar. So you need to write here what 10 only, right? Yes or no means what? Only you should allow 10 below. Yes or no, boss?
Hmm.
Only 10 below. But
10
your
values.
Hibernate will create query like 255. You can check. Okay. So actually, it is highly recommended to design the database. It is highly recommended to design the database manually. Okay, leave this one. Leave this one. Okay. So for query tuning or query performance, whatever. Okay, maybe we will face some network issue. Just a moment. কোনটা হয়ে গেল? অনেক সময় টাইম নিল। Can you please tell me right now I am audible or not?
Yes, audible.
Actually, there is some
Yes, audible.
Okay, so whatever, leave this one. Leave this one. Okay, everything is clean there. Once more time, just let me. No, it's not possible to. Okay, so actually, it is highly recommended. Now, it is highly recommended to design your database, like to design your database manually. Okay, to design your database manually. So consider in your database there is a existing table only, right? So, for example, Hibernate dot HBM to DDL dot auto. So if we use validate, right? Validate, simply your Hibernate will check, array, you are defining a entity. It's okay, but simply I will check, is it match? Does it follow the database table or not? Okay, is there is a mismatch? If there is a mismatch, then it will throw an error. Okay, simply it will check. It doesn't do anything. Have you got the point? What is the purpose of validate? Have you got the point? Validate, simply it will match the database, nothing more than this. Simply it will match the database. Okay. Any confusion to understand?
Okay.
Update. Okay, update, create to understand, update, create, and validate. Any confusion? Please first response.
No, no, sir.
What is the purpose of validate? Simply it will match the database table. Okay. It will match your entity class. It will check, does entity class follow the database table, okay, or database table or not. Okay, with this one. So another thing like create and drop. Okay, create and drop means what? First of all, it will create.
Create means.
Will create at the starting. At the starting, we can use here create drop. Okay, array was please create. Okay, okay, I will create. Then later you can drop. Means what? For example, you want to test your program. You want to test your program, right? Yes or no? Do you know any term like unit testing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For example, for your unit
Unit.
testing, okay, or consider for your temporary data means you doesn't want to store this. You doesn't want to store the table to the database permanently, right? To the permanently. Simply, you want to check your program array whether my program is okay or not, whether everything is okay or not.
Just for testing purpose.
Temporary purpose for testing purpose, simply you can use create. So you need to create after closing, right? Whenever we are closing
Drop.
or whenever session is closing, especially session, SESSION session. Whenever we say like session dot close at this time, please delete the database table. Okay, please delete everything. Have you got my point?
Yes.
Any confusion?
Yes.
Any confusion?
No,
Please.
sir.
No.
Okay. So if anyone asks you what is the purpose of create, what is the purpose of delete, update, delete, I hope you are able to answer. Now please tell me. Now please tell me. I wanna. Okay. So okay. Can you please tell me what is your question actually? What was your question? For
The
update,
Hibernate is a
or maybe you told me for update there is a error, right? There is a error. Yes or no? And
Yes.
for create, na for create what?
It's executed successfully.
Okay, successful. Okay, no error. It's okay. And you tell me some error like, can you please tell me? EID?
Uh, um, EID field EID doesn't have a default value.
But it is clearly telling array boss field EID. Okay, field EID doesn't have boss, doesn't have any default value. Doesn't have, okay boss, any default value. Okay.
Sir, in intermediate table in many to many, they have intermediate created two tables, EID and PID. So this is simply saying EID does not have any default value.
Okay. So first of all, it is trying to match EID, right? It is trying to match, but to match, first of all, it requires the number or it requires the value, right? It requires the value, but maybe in your program already table exists. So whenever you are using update, it is trying to use this your existing table, In your existing table, EID doesn't have any value. EID doesn't have any value, but it is not creating, right? For this purpose, it is showing error.
Yes.
How you can solve this problem? For example, if you use any generated value, right? Can you remember generated value annotation?
Yes.
auto increment.
If you
Type.
if you use this one, maybe your problem will be solved. But first of all, you need to understand why we are getting error. Because already table exists. Your Hibernate tries to use this table. For updating. You can do one thing. First of all, I think it should work, but you can drop your database totally. You can drop your database. Okay, you can drop your database and you can create a fresh table, right? You can create a fresh table. You can create a fresh table. At this time, you can use update. Okay, then you can check. Okay, but because the main problem is EID doesn't have any default value. But you know, in many-to-many relationship, what is happening or means, first of all, why we need this join column? Can you please tell me why we need this join column? For example, like 101, your Hibernate tries to match 101 related to which table, right? Yes or no, boss?
Yes.
Your Hibernate wants to match with a value. Your Hibernate wants to map with a value. First of all, there is no value. The value is not present in this. The value is not available in this field, right? So how it's possible for Hibernate to map, right?
Yes.
And you are using update. In the update case, for updating case, Hibernate doesn't create anything. Hibernate doesn't create the table. Already, Hibernate is the existing table and there is no value. And another point, you want maybe you are not using any default value, right? Like generated value annotation. But why we are using generated value annotation? To generate any value, right? And you are using @ ID, right? Maybe annotation, right? If I don't make any My assumption, you are using at the rate ID annotation, right? To make it primary key. Yes or no?
Yes.
Like maybe you are writing like this way, private integer what? EID, right? Okay. Then at the rate ID. Yes or no? Means what?
Mm.
This EID is a primary key, right?
Yeah.
Can you please tell me, is it primary key or not? Vinod?
Which, sir? AID is a primary key, sir.
Okay, if EID is a primary key, tell me, is it possible to, okay, now tell me, is it possible to exist the value EID is a null?
No,
No.
sir.
The value is always not null, right?
Not null.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you are not defining any value. So simply we are getting the error. First of all, simply here it is recommended to drop your total database and you can use, otherwise you can use generated value or simply you can use create. But I hope you got the point, what is the purpose, why you are getting the error. And you know what does mean by update actually, right? It tries to use the existing table. In your existing table, data doesn't exist, right?
Yes, yes.
If you don't get your answer, no problem. You can ask your doubt. Any confusion, any more question, please tell me.
Yes, sir. Last one questions. Just simple. When I created entity class, sir, so in entity class, we write one table, sir. So the table name is just write student, and by mistakenly I will write without underscore, I will write slash. Okay.
Dash slash net dash.
Dash, sir. So student table. So this is a table. It is created successfully. Okay. And in the MySQL database, it will be successfully table created. But when we access this table, so it will saying error. This is syntax error, sir. So I will not access this table and I will not drop this table, because when we drop this table, that's saying this table does not exist.
So, for example, like s.d, right? You are getting, so you can simply,
Yes.
for example, just 1 minute. Let me go to the
I
database.
think
Can you see my screen?
I just
No, not visual.
Root minus, okay.
Sir, table created in Java side. So after creating this table, there are no.
Whatever.
I think Faisal also.
Table like EMP. Okay, EMP ABC. So are you observing? First of all, this syntax is not valid in your what? In your database side, right?
Yes.
So you will get the error. So this is actually database side concept, right? This is database side concept. Okay.
Sir, I mean, when we write the Java program in the entity class, when we write table equal to name equal to table name.
Okay.
So
listen, for example, you want to create like EMP ABC, right? You want this table.
Yes, sir.
You want this table name, for example. Just 1 minute.
No, sir.
What you can say in my screen right now?
Command prompt.
Command prompt.
Text or
Sir, when we write entity class, this table is by mistakenly created in Java side, but it's successfully stored in MySQL database.
just one.
Java to MySQL.
Sure.
And not command prompt and not. MySQL side. Error chaining.
Right now, I think you can see the Google also, right? Just 1 minute. Okay. For example,
Mhm.
We're not able to delete the table from the
MySQL
database.
MP. Just 1 minute. So a table in MP, EMP, no. Whatever. Maybe there is a some syntax. Right now I can remember. Consider there is a some. First of all, listen, just observe this point. First of all, database doesn't allow database in MySQL. They doesn't allow, right? You have an error in your SQL syntax, right? Check the manual, okay? Okay, boss? Because
Yes.
for the right syntax to use near ABC at line, okay? So I think just 1 minute, let me check. Even I didn't try, just 1 minute. Let me use one code. Is it working on? So it's not working. Okay, maybe there are some syntax. Okay, as you are creating the table like EMP word, EMP ABC, right? EMP ABC. Maybe your database, your Hibernate is using some special query, right? To create table like this way, right? But whenever from the database, like database side, but from the database side, this syntax is not allowed. First of all, this type of naming convention is not allowed. Very simple thing. I think this is a very silly question, right? Why? Because in the database side, this is not allowed, right?
But sir, in biometrically in database, this type of database name, it will be created. So how to remove this?
How to remove?
In my
Report.
yes sir, in my database, this type of table created. But when we write, when we delete this table, then we'll not delete it, sir.
Maybe you can use some. Right now, even I have no exact answer. Simply, you can ask. Okay, you can
Yes,
search
yes.
Google. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Maybe there is some database related concept, right? This is some database related concept. Okay.
Yes.
Simple one syntax, right? First of all, they are not allowing us to create syntax like this way because mainly we should use like a snake case convention, right? Snake case convention. Snake case convention. What does mean by snake case convention? One word, another word, another word. If we want to join it, we need to use underscore, okay? In the Python also, we are using same snake case convention, okay? Any more question?
Yes. No, sir.
For example, whatever we discussed, maybe one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, right? Maybe in recent class we are discussing like, but no problem. You asked one question now. Wait time, no problem. I will search. Okay. Is there any way to create first of all this table? Okay, boss. Is it okay, Vinod?
Yes.
Okay, but you can search
Yes.
whatever. Leave this one. Otherwise, manual system. What you can drop if it is not solved, you can drop your total database, right? You can whatever. But this is not a good way. This is not recommended. Okay. You should answer anyway, whatever, leave this one, but leave this one. This is purely database related concept, okay? So now please tell me, for
Yes.
example, in the previous, okay, maybe last few sessions we discussed maybe mainly mapping, na? Like 1-to-1, 1-to, like 1-to-1, na? 1-to many, okay? Many to one, many to many, na? And unidirectional, bidirectional. Okay, this concept, how to delete and everything, whatever. I don't know how much I covered or how much you get, but I request you, the videos are available, the YouTube also. You can watch once more time and let me check, for example. And what does mean by deprecation? Why this like? Just 1 minute. Let me, for example. Okay, everything is fine. I have planned. What does mean by cascade? Okay. Can you please tell me what does mean by cascade here?
If I write, if I delete student tables,
Array boss, whatever I
so
am
it
doing to
is
the parent
alternative delete table will be deleted.
means what? Whatever I am doing to the parent, na? Same thing. Okay, same thing should be happen to the child also, right? Yes or no? Means whatever I am doing here,
Understand.
whatever I am doing here, please do the same operation to the related object. Yes or no, boss?
Yes.
The simple meaning of cascade, right? Any confusion to understand this point? Should I repeat again?
Yes.
For
No,
example,
sir. No.
like
No,
No,
no.
sir.
cascade, cascade type manually we are using like all. All means what? All means what? Detached, right?
Delete also. Yeah.
Yes.
Detach all means merge. You know now what does mean by detach? Means simply deleted, right?
Yes.
What does mean by merge? Like something like if I update, okay, if I update, whatever, leave this one. If I update anything, then simply update the related thing on also. What does mean by persist? You know very well. What does it mean by refresh? Very simple thing, na? Like some modification or like discarding something or anything or like reload. Okay. So all means what? All means actually detach, all means merge, all means persist, all means refresh, even all means what? Delete also, right? Yes or no? Can you please remember?
Yes, sir.
Just observe.
That's why I could
For
written
example, if I
one
write
by
like
one.
this way, if I write like this way, for example, like cascade, type dot, just observe. Are you observing? They are
All.
showing detach. What does mean by detach? You know. Okay. What does mean by merge? Like you are trying to update, then please update your related object also. What does mean by persist? If I save you, please save other also, right? If I refresh you, please refresh other also. Means something like one kind of reloading, okay, like one kind of discarding from the memory. If I remove you, not delete, actually remove. If I remove you, please, okay, remove. Can you tell me one method now? Like delete. Right now we are using remove method, whatever. So if I remove you, then please remove other also. Okay. So I think there is no question here. Okay. Any confusion?
No.
No.
Whatever. Any more question? I don't know how much I discuss. Like just let me delete this one also. Okay. Like Hibernate life cycle and other thing also. I hope you know this type of concept. Any more question if you have, you can ask. Okay. And you should practice actually. You should practice. If you don't practice, if you think I know everything, I know, then this is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. And another some point, like for example, okay. So okay, now tell me. So we discuss up to now. Okay, maybe it's our like day 14 or 15. Last day 14 or 15, whatever, no issues. You should practice. You should practice. I repeat again, you should practice, right? You should practice. If you face any kind of question, first of all, right now to solve your problem is very easy, right? Very easy. Okay. Okay, just let me discuss something. Okay, for example, yes, okay. There are some concept like one level, two level. Okay, leave this one. Okay. For example, consider this is your database, right? This is your database. This is your database. Okay, okay. You can remember one important thing also. For example, we discuss, I'm discussing case. Before that, let me remind this point also. Understanding is also simple. Am I audible? Can you please tell me again?
Yes,
Okay.
Lord.
You know what does mean by lazy loading? What does mean by early loading, right? Early or eager loading, right? Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me what does mean by lazy loading? What does mean by early loading?
When we call the
Mm-hmm.
object, that
Mm-hmm.
that time the
Lazy loading.
object.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For example, okay, let's skip. So maybe same concept is discussed in the Hibernate also, early loading or eager loading, now. And we told you what which is
Yes.
even you can achieve this lazy loading or early loading using the annotation also, two-way annotation also, whatever. Or you can maybe we discuss some method now. What is the difference between load method and what get method now? Can you please tell me load, right? This method is related to lazy method, right? Yes or no, boss? And
Mm.
get method what? Get method what? For early loading, right? For early loading. Okay.
Like
So lazy loading means what? Array, I will load this object from the database whenever it is required, right?
we
Whenever it
call
is required, right?
required.
Yes
Yeah.
or no?
Required or
And
Mm.
early loading what? It will whether is it required or not required, I don't care, boss. Simply I will load. Whatever. You can watch the previous videos also. And another point actually, okay, you can achieve this lazy loading or early loading using annotation also. Okay, but with this one, mainly they can ask like this: what is lazy loading, what is early loading, which method is required for lazy loading, and which method is required for early loading. And you know this kind of concept also. For example, for get method, if object doesn't present, then what we get null, right? Can you remember? And for for lazy loading, or leave this one, for load method, if object doesn't present, means observe load method load the object when it is required, right? Yes or no? Can you please remember? Am I audible, guys, to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Load method load the object, load method fetch the object, okay, load method bring the object whenever it is required. Now tell me, if it is
Required.
not available at this time, if it is not available, certainly it will throw an error like object not found exception or this kind of exception. But get method doesn't generate or doesn't give any error. So simply, can you please tell me what is the difference between load method and, if anyone asks you, let me discuss something. Okay, like get method and load method, right? Load method support what? Load method support lazy loading, right? For lazy loading, support lazy loading. Yes or no?
Yes.
Supports lazy loading. It
Yeah.
supports. Okay, it supports what? Early loading. Okay, early loading.
Early loading.
Consider, certainly it returns or it generates an error like object not found exception if it is not available, right? And for get method, it returns null, right? It returns what? Or gives null if object is not available. Now, if anyone asks you when we should use which method, if we know object always present, if we confirm, if we 100% sure, object present, then it is recommended to use load method. Have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
But if
Yep.
we don't know, maybe object can exist or may not exist. If we're not sure, then it is recommended to use get method. Okay, simply this two method is enough. Two difference is enough. It support lazy loading, it support early loading or eager loading. Okay, eager loading, and it generates an error. It doesn't generate any error. If object is not available, it's return null. Observe. What does mean by actually cache? First of all, it is very simple thing actually. Consider cache is your like your pocket bag or your money bag or your pocket, like you keep some money, right, in your pocket, right? You keep some money in your pocket. Now observe. So actually, whenever it is required money, consider in your pocket, there are some money, whenever it is required, consider whenever money is required. And consider in your house, there is uh some whatever, some storage or somewhere there is some money. Consider whenever money is required, do you use money from your pocket, or you take the money and you use, which one you prefer? Obviously first one, right?
Yes.
Or you need money, obviously you will take money, you will bring money, you will take money from your pocket only, right? Okay, so can you please tell me why you keep money to your pocket? To performance purpose, right? To save your time, right? To save your time, right?
Yes.
Mm.
But do you keep at a time, do you keep a lot of money in your pocket? Are you
No.
writing anything? Okay? So obviously not, right? Obviously not. Okay. So consider, for example, this is your session. Okay. So mainly, I hope you got the point. Okay. This is your, for example, database, right? This is your database. Actually, you should tell me this concept first of all. Whatever, leave this one. But let me discuss some theory concept only, nothing more than this. There are also some concept like one level, two level, I'll leave this one. But let me discuss something. Actually, mainly the concept is actually, okay. The concept is, for example, your program is required some object. Your program frequently required some object, frequently required some data. Already you know. So programmatically, you can keep you can keep this data, you can keep this object, or you can keep this record to a temporary memory, permanent memory. Why permanent memory we are calling? Because this memory available, this memory exists whenever program is available. If program terminates, then please delete the object also. Yeah. Why we are writing? Because every time, for example, some frequently data. Okay. Consider mm, whatever. I think it will. It's okay. Consider some frequently data. Can you tell me? Okay, leave this one, leave this database concept right now. Just leave this database concept. Consider mm, consider any website. You are visiting any website. So you get some images very fast, very quickly. You get some images. Have you observed this point?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, they are using some cache concept, means because they already know the logo of the website, or the profile picture, or the banner. Okay, anything is required for the anything is required. Always just consider you are creating one website. You are creating one website or one web application. Obviously, you will show this thumbnail, or you will show this banner, or you will show this photo, or you will show this logo to all user, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Or consider there is some offer from your website, so you want to show this data to the all user, right? Whether user search or doesn't search, you don't care. You want to show this information to all user, right? Means your logo should go, your logo. I'm the user, I'm browsing something. I need to fetch the data very quickly, right? Very quickly. So they use cache concept. They use the cache concept actually. Means first of all, this logo or this banner will be stored somewhere. Whenever you are searching, obviously this this data will come to your phone, or come to your application without going to the actual database. The data come to your application. You get data from the cache, from the temporary memory. Why? To improve the performance only, to save the time only. So in your database site, boss, in your database site, this is your database, your database. You already know there are some frequently browsing object. There are some object my user search this object very frequently, right? Repeatedly, multiple users search for this object, right? So now tell me, for the first request, I need to go to the database. I need to connect to the database. It another user is searching same data. I need to communicate. Right? It needs the time. So if I do some logic, if I do some mechanism, if I store this frequently visited data, frequently searching data, frequently required data inside some temporary memory, then it is not required to visit. It is not required to visit to the database only, right? Yes or no? First of all,
Yes.
our Java program, our Hibernate program will search to the cache. If it is not available, then only it will hit to the database, right? Yes or no, boss? First of all, it will check, array, cache. Is database, is, I need this data. Is it is available to you? No, boss. In my cache, this is not available. Okay, don't worry. I'm hitting to the database. Array database, do you have this data? Do you have this kind of data? No, boss, I don't have this data. Then maybe it will return the error. It will throw an error, or it will return null based on your logic, right? If your
Yes.
Hibernate program finds the data to your cache, certainly it doesn't hit to the database. It directly use data from the cache only, right? What about how to implement? I think, okay, with this one, but I hope you get some basic idea, right? Any confusion?
No.
Okay. Bino, have you got some minimum basic idea?
Yes, sir.
Just minimum basic idea. Okay, you told me first only, whatever. With this one. So actually, what you are asking. Yeah, obviously, same concept actually, right? Proxy means what? Okay. No, this is maybe I discuss this concept like proxy object and real object in one concept, and I use this example also, like proxy. What does mean by proxy, or maybe one can be.
Yes.
I don't know why in the last class we were getting too much network issue, okay, because of okay, leave this one. So
Yes.
so I hope you got this point, and uh okay, later we are discussing spring.
Yes, sir.
Now we need to terminate, and if anyone asks you what is Hibernate, what should be your answer? What should be your answer? Can you please tell me what is Hibernate? Simply we are
It is the
an
implementation of
object, right? We have an object, but this object is
Or
permanent or temporary? Temporary object, right?
temporary.
yes.
Yeah.
In the core Java only, in the Java program, the object is temporary only, right? Right.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we create a major project in Hibernate. In this project, when we have some error or something, continuously, uh, obviously we will have, okay, no issues. Okay. So actually, can you please tell me what is the purpose of Hibernate? Simply, Hibernate make this object, temporary object, permanent, right? Yes or no, boss?
Yes. Temporary object
Yes.
permanent.
Why permanent? Because object is available in the database, right? So it is permanent, obviously, right? Whenever program is running, the object is available. The object is available inside the RAM only, right? Okay.
Yes.
But Hibernate transfer this object from RAM to your what, your permanent memory, right? Like your CPU,
RDMS.
whatever, your hard disk.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it is
Temporary.
like this way to permanent memory
Mhm.
database, right? So what is Hibernate?
Temporary.
Please tell me what is Hibernate? Hibernate is a something that make the temporary object permanent, right? That makes
Temporary object permanent. Yes.
makes object permanent. Okay, makes object permanent. Okay, permanent. Okay, I think this is the good
Yes.
definition. Okay, if anyone asks me what is Hibernate,
That means
Hibernate is a tool.
Yes.
Hibernate
That makes
whatever
object permanent.
is something
Yes.
that makes object permanent. Okay, makes object permanent. Or if you want to say makes object permanent or temporary object to permanent,
permanent.
whatever. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Also, do you have any kind of question?
No, sir. No. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, please practice, please watch the video. Even you can watch YouTube videos also. There are so many videos. If I miss anything, any concept, right? Google is available. Other YouTube videos are available, right? Or okay, you can search to the Google. You can watch some videos from the YouTube. If you face any kind of question, you can ask me anytime, right? Okay, you are any kind of
Yes.
doubt. Okay.
Okay.
Any more question?
Sir, next we start Spring or Core Java.
Okay, I'm answering. I'm answering this one. But any more question related to Hibernate? Or let me stop this session first of all. Then I'm answering.